All right, welcome to 4.4a. This should be the second video you're watching on Monday or this coming Monday. Well, it's Monday for you. It's Friday for me right now. So we're going to do a continuation of the and or inequalities. I want to make sure that you have this down, that you're practicing this. Remember, we've talked about it. You know, I'm not expecting you to do a whole lot out of school. I want you to be able to do this in school. If you put in the work, you'll be successful. All right, so let's do the first one. I've got an x plus 6 less than 14, and 7 plus x is greater than or equal to 4. So I've got an and in here. I can see that and. So I want to make sure that I know I have ands. And those are my ands. I know that's kind of chicken scratchy. I'll write them bigger. Make it look a little bit better for you. You deserve that. And. Alright. First one. X plus 6 is less than 14. This is a pretty simple one to solve. Just take the 6, move it to the other side. I do that by subtracting. So this becomes x is less than 8. And I have an and in there. And 7 plus x is greater than or equal to 4. So 7 plus x is greater than or equal to 4. Take the 7, subtract it from both sides because I need to move it to the other side. That gives me x is greater than or equal to a negative 3. Let's graph it. I'm excited to graph it. X is less than 8. I notice that I do not have an equal sign underneath, so it means it's going to be an open circle at 8. And I'm an and, so I know I'm going this direction. Also, my inequality tells me it's less than, so I'm going to the left side. And then x at the same time is greater than or equal to negative 3, greater than or equal to negative 3 is right here. It's a closed circle because of the equal to bar underneath. And I'm going to be greater than. So I meet in the middle, connect them, and there we go. All right. Exciting. The next one. P minus 1 is less than or equal to 4. Or, the big word or, which means I'm going to go this way or this way. And I have p minus 1 less than or equal to 4, or p minus 1 greater than 7. Greater than 7. Let's do this. P minus 1 less than or equal to 4. Or, and you notice I'm out of room, so I'm going to keep this or in my mind here as I go. I'm going to add 1 to both sides. It's p is going to be less than or equal to 5, and I'm going to write this or once again. I'm keeping it, and I'm going to write the next one. P minus 1 greater than 7. Now remember, it's an or, so I'm going to go either or. Add 1. P is greater than 8. And so I have P is less than or equal to 5, or P is greater than 8. Greater than, no equal to bar. So I am open circle at 8 and I'm greater than. So I'm going to graph that inequality. And then I am less than or equal to 5. Close circle at 5. Less than, so I'm going to the left. I want to be less than 5. Smaller. And there I am. Okay. So that's kind of our warm up. Let's get one a little bit more difficult. I've got a 5 plus n greater than 0, and n over 2 or n divided by 2 less than or equal to 3. I know some of you are going, oh my gosh, it's a fraction. Yes, we can still do fractions and inequalities. And I know some of you are peeking over and looking at number 4 already and going, oh my God, there are fractions on both sides. It's all right. Life will be good. We can do this. All right, the first one. I got a 5 plus n greater than 0. 5 plus n greater than 0. And that is an and. What I'm going to do? Well, I'm going to subtract 5 from the left-hand side because I want n by itself. So this becomes n greater than negative 5. And if you go, wait a second, he's got a negative. Why didn't he flip the sign? Remember, we only flip the sign when we multiply or divide by a negative, not if we add or subtract, okay? So I have an and still here. I'm going to look at it. I'm going to go underneath. I want to save myself some room for number 4. And so the second one is n divided by 2 is less than or equal to 3. Well, how do we get rid of the fraction? Hopefully you're thinking in your head, and I was giving you a second just to I was pausing there to give you a second to think. What has he said before? Well, we're going to multiply both sides of the inequality by my denominator, my common denominator. In this case, I only have one denominator. So I want to multiply both sides by 2. I'm going to multiply both sides by 2. When I do this, if you can't see it, put it in the calculator. Remember, this is a 1 in front of the n. So that would be 1 divided by 2 times 2. Well, what's half of 2? You're right, 1. So I just have n left over. I'm multiplying by 2 on both sides. So 2 times 3 is 6. I don't do anything with my inequality sign because I didn't multiply by a negative. So therefore, I just have n is less than or equal to 6. So I see this. I have an equal to bar at less than 6. So closed circle, less than 6. Going that direction. Well, the first one was greater than negative 5. Well, negative 5 is greater than, it's not equal to, so I'm greater than negative 5. Notice that since it's an and, I'm going in between, okay? Going in between. All right, number 4. I know you've been staring at it. You've been dreading it. We can do this. Okay, first thing I notice is the or. So I know I'm going to be in either or on the graph. Either or. Here we go. X divided by 6 is less than negative 1. And I'm going to write that or over here. I want you to remember it. We're going to do it just like we did the other one. I'm going to look for my common denominator. In this case, I only have one denominator, and that is 6. So I'm going to multiply both sides of the inequality by 6. Well, 1 over 6 times 6, if you can't see it in your head right now, put it into the calculator. 1 divided by 6 times 6 is just 1. 6 times negative 1 is negative 6. Now you can go, wait a second, shouldn't he flip the inequality sign? Well, I've left it alone because I want you to see, just because this is negative 6, this 6 right here is positive, so I leave my inequality sign alone, okay? I'll leave it alone. This is an or, so I'm going to write that again over here so I can just keep remembering it. And here we go. The second one, or second part of it, the second half is x divided by 5 is greater than or equal to negative 1. How do I get rid of the fraction? We've done 2 of them. Hopefully, this is starting to catch on. I have a denominator of 5. It's my only denominator. It's my common one. So I'm going to multiply both sides by 5. Put it into the calculator. 1 divided by 5 times 5. You're going to get just 1, which means it's 1x. We don't write the 1 in front of the x. We just don't do it. 5 times negative 1 is negative 5. Since I'm multiplying by 5 and not negative 5, I can keep my inequality sign the same direction. And that should make sense because I'm dealing with an or. So I'm going to have them be going opposite directions. The or is going to go opposite directions. So I know that I've done it right or done it correctly because I have a less than and a greater than. Let's graph it. I have -5 greater than or equal to. -5 is right here. I want a closed circle because I have the equal to bar, and I'm going to be greater than that. That means bigger. I'm going to go big. The other one, less than -6. -6 is right here. I'm an open circle, and I'm going less than. I'm going smaller. Smaller. Remember, as the negative numbers get bigger, that means it's getting smaller. All right, there's your either or. There's through 4. I'm going to go ahead and post the last 3. I'm not going to put them on the video. We're just on these 4. I'll post the last 3 from the notes on Google Classroom. So if you need to go and look at them, they're there for you as well. But this is going to be a rather short video for us. It's only about 12 minutes, and hopefully you've got everything down. Remember, and I'm going together. Either or the or, I'm going to go either or, okay? Going opposite directions. Have a great Monday. We'll see you on Wednesday when I get back.